Aloha and e komai. Thank you very much for joining us today. Let's delve into the historic topic of the black experience within the Republican Party by challenging three myths that are out there. Um, I basically want you to answer true or false. The first myth is the Republican Party was the slave party and fought to continue blacks in slavery. That's false. Actually, it was the other party. The correct answer, as I said, is false. The actual modern day Republican Party owes its origin to the debate with regard to slavery in the mid 1800s, as individuals were worried that the spread of slavery within the brand new country, particularly going into the Western Territory. And so the Republicans believed that the Democrats nor the Whigs would do anything to prevent the institution of slavery, of going into the Western states. In fact, they were called radical Republicans at that time. Let's go on to the next question. The Republican Party voted against the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution, guaranteeing freedom, citizenship, and the right to vote. Is that true or false? That's right, it is false. The 13th Amendment in the 1865 actually abolished slavery within the United States, of which the Republicans were 100% supported the idea against slavery. The 14th Amendment that was passed in 1868 granted citizenship to naturalized born former slaves, in other words, slaves that were born in the United States. And they supported this idea 94%. The 15th Amendment was also supported 100% by the radical Republicans in yielding African Americans the right to vote. Let's go on to the third and final question. The Republican Party was the party of the Ku Klux Klan. Is that true or false? Yes, you're right, false. Actually, the Ku Klux Klan originated as a Democratic Party terrorist group that was to scare people into voting in a certain manner that yielded a success of another party. So there are several myths that are actually attached to African Americans or blacks' involvement in the Republican Party. And the list goes on and on, but I just wanted to highlight some of the ones that are the most pressing. You know, the fact of the matter is the Republican Party has had a historical relationship with African Americans that expand over 150 years. Blacks were elected as U.S. members of Congress, and as many as 25 African Americans or blacks were elected as members of the U.S. Congress, particularly members of the House of Representatives and the Senate, particularly in the Reconstruction period in time. And Reconstruction is known for that time that most African Americans were elected. And to this day, the numbers actually have not been challenged. One of our members that served as the former House of Representatives was Hiram Revels. Hiram Revels, yes. And he was actually from Mississippi. Also, Benjamin J. Turner. He served as a member from, I believe it was Alabama. Yes, it was. Also, Robert DeLarge, or DeLarge. He was from a South Carolina House of Representatives member. Joshua T. Walls served from actually Virginia, and he was also a House of Representatives member. Jeffrey F. Long, Georgia, member of House of Representatives. Joseph H. Rainey, South Carolina, member of House of Representatives. And Robert F. Elliott, South Carolina House of Representative members. Now, actually, there were maybe about 10 or 15 more. If you do your research, you'll be able to find those things out. But it's a good tickle to actually see how many members actually during the Reconstruction period were active in the U.S. Congress and Senate. Now let's go on to some of the modern figures that have been associated with the Republican Party. One of the most infamous is Baptist minister, humanitarian, and Nobel Prize winner Martin Luther King. U.S. Miss America from Illinois, from the 3rd Congressional District, a candidate, Erica Hold. We all know wrestler Dwayne Johnson, actor and wrestler Dwayne Johnson. Political commentator Angela McGowan. Rapper, his name is, everybody knows him as 50 Cent, but his name is actually Curtis James Jackson. Author, journalist, and attorney Michelle Bernard. And actually Stacy was also an actress as well. The Reverend and Bishop and Pastor T.D. Blake. And one of my favorites, Mr. Cool himself, LL Cool J. And of course, U.S. House of Representative from Utah, just recently elected from the 4th Congressional District, Maya Love. And also gold medal winner, they call him the athlete of the year, of course, when he got all of those Olympic gold medals. And they call him the deliverer, because he always was able to deliver the right scores. And basketball's Karl Malone. Okay, so I just wanted to give you the following legacies. Really have been a tradition of African Americans' involvement within the Republican Party. And with that, following that legacy, I'd like to make an announcement. But you'll have to endure. First, I want to say it in Japanese. 皆さん、私は永遠築30のためにの私の立教を発表したいと思います。我喜欢全部我今晚综艺中上出，感谢你的收看。And then last in English, thank you. I want to take the opportunity to announce my candidacy for the House District 30 at this time. I hope that you would support me in my election. And if you need to be able to contact me, you'll see my email address here for any questions that you might have follow-up. I hope to see hope to be seeing a lot more of everyone and associated with my candidacy. There are actually 3 words. Approachability, that I want anybody to be able to come up to me and ask me questions related to my candidacy or ask me questions related to some of the issues that we here are facing here in Hawaii. Also, accessibility. I want the constituents or successful constituents being able to come up and if you have concerns, to be able to raise those concerns with me. And then finally, accountability. To my constituency, I'd like very much to be able to vote in the manner of which our constituencies are leaning toward and have expressed interest in. I think a number, especially in some of our former campaigns and our former elections, a lot of people don't feel that their voices are actually being heard. And that's one of the reasons why I have decided to participate and get involved and throw my hat into the ring, because I felt that they're somewhere along the lines, they're not listening to us any longer. And I want to be held accountable and held accountable to the constituents, particularly in District 30. I hope that you give me that opportunity. It was a pleasure talking with you today, and we'll see each other very soon. Mahalo and aloha.